Okay, now we can start. Yeah, let us start. Now, what is this topic all about? The topic name is LPP, Linear Programming Problem. Okay, Linear Programming Problem. That is the topic name. LPP. Now, what is the problem all about first? I mean, what is the situation? Fellow seeking हम लोग. And then we'll go on to the chapters. Please put off your cameras. Yeah, thank you. See, in any situation, in any business situation, you will face two type of problems: linear and non-linear. Okay, let me give an example to you. Suppose this is a common example I give. Okay, suppose you like eating pizza, and in your nearest place one pizza is available for 1,000 rupees. The pizza that you like to eat is 1,000 rupees worth. So what you do is you in one sitting eat one pizza in such case. Okay, so in such a case you end up eating one pizza in one sitting. Correct, this is the case. This is the case. Suppose the pizza becomes worth 500 rupees. Pizza becomes worth 500 rupees. How many pizzas will you eat in such cases? Jaldi batao. In such case, how many will you eat? Chalo, two. लोगों ने बोला two. So we'll eat two pizzas. We'll eat two pizzas in such a case. But suppose pizza is worth 100 rupees. How many pizzas will you eat? That same pizza which is worth 1,000, same to same. Same quality, everything is same. How many will you eat? 10. Nigel, you can eat 10 pizza in one sitting? How many of you can eat? Nigel, who responded 10. Some people said 2 max. Okay, 3. Chalo, 4. 5. Darren is like me. Foodie guy. So he said 5. But nobody will eat 10 yaar. Come on. हाँ, अब कितना भी foodie रहेंगे आप. Can you eat 10 pizzas in one sitting? No, you cannot. चलो आप क्या करोगे? You will eat maximum. कोई बोलता है चलो 5 या 6. अपन एक काम करते हैं. Maximum चलो 7 खा लेंगे. उसके ऊपर कौन खा पाएगा? बराबर है कि नहीं? The point is that normally demand and price are inversely related to each other. Yes or no? They are both are inversely related to each other. Correct? Yeah. So you will never eat the price and demand for any product are inversely related to each other. Yes or no? Okay. But are they perfectly inversely related? Are they perfectly inversely related? Perfectly means when the price is 1,000, you will eat one pizza, but when the price is 100, you will eat 10 pizzas. ऐसा होता है क्या? नहीं होता है. Okay. That is why when you correlate these things on a piece of paper, you don't get a straight line. You don't get a straight line like this. Okay, what you get is a curved line. Yes, सीखा होगा इकोनॉमिक्स में, याद आ रहा है क्या? This is called non-linear problem. Am I clear with this? In business, this is called non-linear problem in business. Now, as against this, to manufacture one unit, you incur a variable cost. Let me say, talk about, let me give a real example to you. You incur variable cost in the form of, what do you say? You are manufacturing pens. You incur variable cost of 5 rupees per pen in form of buying plastics and everything. Okay, plastic और सब वो goods purchase करने के लिए आप 5 rupees incur करते हो, 5 rupees per pen. Okay, 5 rupees per pen. So when you're manufacturing one pen, you will be incurring 5 rupees. When you're manufacturing 500 pens, you will be incurring 2,500. Yes or no? So that will be a straight line. That will be a straight line. Are we clear? एक पेन का 5 rupees, 500 pen ka 2,500 rupees. Suppose your rent per month is 50,000 rupees. You manufacture one pen, you manufacture 100 pens, you'll keep on incurring 500 rupees. Yes or no? Aren't they both straight lines? Straight, when I say, are they curved or straight? They both are straight. Even this is straight, even this is straight. They are called linear problems. When on a piece of paper, you draw a line denoting relationship between two variables, okay, that is say cost and units. It can be any relationship, but that relationship is a straight line on that piece of paper. It is called a linear programming problem, or it is known as a linear problem. Am I clear with this? Now we use mathematical tools to solve, to get, the best possible output or the lowest possible cost to get the desired output basically. Are we clear with this? Are we understanding this? So in this chapter, what we do is we deal with these kind of problems. ये मेरा LPP है. These are called linear programming problems, and I call them as non-linear. Now, what I do in this chapter, or rather in this unit, what I do in this unit is this. Tell me, I have some questions for you. First question is every business situation same, or is every business situation different? The problem that you face in every business situation, even though it will be linear, suppose we'll only talk about linear, but even within linear, there'll be different problem. Yes or no? We'll have different type of problems in a business, right? That is the first thing. Second question is, if I want to use some mathematical tool or a computer program, what is a computer program? It is a mathematical tool. We will code in some mathematical data, some mathematical rules to solve our business problem into a computer, and then the computer will use that those mathematical tools and give us the desired output in form of कि मैं कितना manufacture करूं, या कितने लोगों को employ करूं, या कितना किस mixture में माल manufacture करूं और बेचूं. Yes or no? So tell me one thing. Will computer understand the problem in my English language, English or Hindi, whatever language I tell them? No. I need to convert this problem which is in English into some programming language first of all. Yes or no? Correct. We will not go into programming, computer programming. We will convert this business problem into a mathematical problem first of all. Every business problem will first be converted into a mathematical problem. After converting it into a mathematical problem, we will feed in the data into a computer program, and the computer program will solve it for us. So in this unit, we have 3 chapters. LPP, problem formulation. Then, so what do we do here? We convert a business problem into a mathematical problem. As you can see here, problem formulation. Here we just formulate the problem. We don't solve it. क्या बोला मैंने? We just formulate the problem. We do not solve it. Am I clear with this? Okay, we don't solve it. So why don't you solve it? For that we have these two chapters. Here we solve it like this: LPP, graphical model. So the problem that we have learned to formulate in this chapter, we solve them using graphical model, using graph paper. And because there are some shortcomings in graph paper, in graphical model, we go on to another model, LPP simplex. So whatever we have learned, whatever problem we have learned to formulate in this chapter, here we solve it using simplex method. It's a mathematical model. Are we clear? So tell me, you don't know how to formulate a problem and you jump on to solve it. Is it possible? So which is the most important chapter in these three? In this unit, which is the most important chapter? The one we are starting today. The one we are starting today. People think that this chapter is difficult because it is a lengthy process to solve. It has complicated steps to solve. But I don't think it is complicated, because howsoever complicated the steps are, they are same to same in every sum that you solve. In every sum that you solve, they will never change. So after doing 5 sums, 10 sums, maybe 20 sums, you will get comfortable with those steps. You will get comfortable with those steps. Yes or no? If they are same to same steps, howsoever lengthy and complicated they are, don't you guys think that you will become comfortable with them? But if you don't know how to formulate a problem, can you apply the steps? No, you cannot. And the problem with this chapter is that every problem is unique. There are no fixed steps. So tell me, what is difficult according to you? Formulation or simplex? According to me, formulation is difficult, because I can solve 100 sums with you, 1,000 sums with you, but even then you can get 1,000 first, a new category of sum. Okay? So that is why we need to learn this chapter, understand this chapter perfectly, so that we can perfect the art of solving it using graphical and simplex. While doing so, not only we understand or remember the mathematical steps, we understand every single mathematical step. Understand. I'm underlining this line. Okay? We need to understand every step in graphical and simplex. For that, we need to understand how to formulate a problem. Okay? Keeping this in mind, let us read the first problem. Read कीजिए. 3 products are processed through 3 different departments. The time in minutes required per unit for each product, the daily capacity of each department in minutes per day, and the net profit per unit sold of each product is rupees are as follows. So long story short, you have 3 books: book A, book B, book C. Let us give them real names. You have OR, you have IF, and you have suppose say research methods. You are a publisher, you are a book publisher. You publish these 3 books. Every book has to go through paper cutting department, paper printing department, paper binding department. Only then the book will be complete. Once the book is complete, it can be sold in the market. When you sell OR book, you get profit of 13 rupees. Profit. When you sell IF book, you get profit of 12 rupees. When you sell RM book, profit is 15 rupees. It is assumed that all units produced are sold. That means whichever book you print, cut, print and bind is sold. The demand is unlimited. The demand is unlimited. Am I clear with this? So tell me in such a situation, tell me in such a situation, what would you like to do? You would like to manufacture unlimited books and keep on selling them, yes or no? So that you can make profit. Yes. But then what is holding you back? What is holding you back? See, the goal of the model is to determine optimal level of daily production for three products and maximize total profit. No, 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 not the cost, the time availability. Cutting cutting department, you only have 1,000 minutes available. In printing department, you only have 2,000 minutes available. अरे मैन पावर ही उतना है cutting department में कि they can work for 1,000 minutes in a day. In printing department, मैन पावर कितना है? 2,000 minutes per day. In binding department, मैन पावर कितना है? 1,500 minutes per day. You understand this? Cost is not a constraint. पैसा अनलिमिटेड है अपने पास. कोई कंस्ट्रेंट दिया है पैसे अवेलेबिलिटी पे, कॉस्ट अवेलेबिलिटी पे? कोई कंस्ट्रेंट दिया है क्या? यू मेक प्रॉफिट, वो देके रखा है. द फैक्ट दैट यू मेक प्रॉफिट makes the part of cost irrelevant. Even if I am incurring 1,000 rupees to print the book, I'm able to sell it for 1,013. That's why I'm making profit of 13 rupees. Yes or no? And money availability मेरे पास unlimited है. तो वो constraint नहीं है. Constraint क्या है? मैन पावर का. पेपर कटिंग के लिए मेरे पास कितना मैन पावर अवेलेबल है? 1,000. अब मैं चाहूं तो उसको ओआर के लिए यूज कर सकता हूं, आईएफ के लिए यूज कर सकता हूं, और या फिर आरएम के लिए यूज कर सकता हूं. या फिर व्हाट आई कैन डू, I can use it for any combination of OR, IF and RM. Yes or no? I can use it for any combination of OR, IF and RM. I want to know that combination. I want to know that combination of OR, IF and RM. The problem is, guys, I may use everything for OR, but for cutting. But in printing and binding, there may be not be enough time. मेरा बात समझो, मेरा बोलने का मतलब क्या है, आपको मैं प्रूव कर देता हूं. सपोज मैं चूज करता हूं टू यूज ऑल अवेलेबल 1,000 minutes टू कट पेपर फॉर ओनली OR. हाउ मेनी बुक का पेपर आई कैन कट? फॉर वन बुक आई रिक्वायर 1 minute. सो फॉर 1,000 minutes में कितना बुक का पेपर कट कर सकता हूं मैं? आई कैन कट हाउ मेनी बुक्स का पेपर? 1,000. बट ध्यान देके सुनिएगा, when these 1,000 books का पेपर goes in printing department, every book require 3 minutes. Every book require 3 minutes for printing. So for 1,000 books का पेपर that I have cut, I'll require 3,000 minutes. Yes. अरे yes. But do I have 3,000 minutes available? अरे do I have 3,000 minutes available? No. That means I will not be able to print all the books for which I have cut the paper. Yes. So what I could have done is I could have utilized some paper to print IF ka paper. Yes or no? Or RM ka paper. Yes or no? And then I could have given it to printing department in a way that both could have been done, and I could have increased my profit. Yes or no? Are yes or no? I want to know that combination. I can't speculate. I can't do trial and error, can I? If I have a mathematical model to get a precise answer, that would be better, right or not? You get the issue that I'm facing here. So we use LPP to get that mixture, that proportion of OR, IF and RM to cut, print and bind and sell so that I can maximize my profit. I hope now you understand the problem. You get it? Okay. So, अब ध्यान देके सुनिएगा. In any business problem, what do you want to achieve? Where I should be the target first. What do you want to achieve? You want to achieve maximum total profit. Yes. Always, whatever question you read, try to answer these three questions. What is the target? What is the, I would say, not target, we'll say what is the objective? We call such thing as objective function. That is the first thing that you have to answer. Get the objective function first. What is the objective function? Objective function here, maximize total profit. What is, or what are the decision variables? What are the decision variables? So what do you mean by that? अरे सिंपल भाषा में ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन क्या है? मैक्सिमाइज प्रॉफिट. प्रॉफिट किसका दिया है? डिपार्टमेंट का दिया है कि बुक का दिया है? अच्छा, बुक कौन कौन से है इधर? एबीसी है ना बुक्स? एबीसी है ना मेरा बुक्स? तो एबीसी बिकम माय बुक, एबीसी बिकम माय डिसीजन वेरिएबल्स. Book A, B, C become my decision variables. We understand this. Then third, what is holding you back? What is holding you back to maximize the printing, cutting, and binding of the books and sell it? Time. We call them as constraints. We call them as constraints. In our current sum, the time availability is a constraints. Are we clear with this? Time available in which department? In department 1, 2, and 3. You have to answer these three questions. Whatever type of sum, howsoever difficult sum that you get, you have to answer these three questions first. Am I clear? First question may seem very easy to you, but believe me, once I go ahead, the level of the question will keep on becoming difficult and difficult. So once you have answered these three questions, you have to put the data in a table. And this table, this format, this table is already in the required format. Decision variables should be in the row or columns. Should be in the rows or columns. Jaldi batao. It should be in columns. Are we clear with this? It should be in columns. Constraints. Constraints should be in what? Should be in rows. Am I clear with this? They should be in rows. And the capacity of the constraint should be mentioned here at the end on the right hand side. And lastly, you should have objective function. Last में. This should be your format of putting in the data in howsoever difficult sum that you get. Am I clear with this? Now, after you have put the data in this format, we will say let number of units produced for A be x1, for B be x2, and for C be x3. Therefore, objective function is, what do you want to achieve? You want to maximize your profit, max Z. Z will be my target. What I want to do. Do I want to minimize my cost? Then that is, I'll say min Z. For a computer program, Z is a target, Z. That Z can be profit, that Z can be cost, that Z can be manpower, that Z can be time. You understand this? Whatever you want to achieve, minimize or maximize. Max Z. अरे मुझे इतना बताओ, if 1 unit of A gives me profit of 13 rupees, what will X1 give? जल्दी बताओ, what will X1 give? अरे 13X1 ना, plus 12X2 plus 15X3. अरे yes, आपके बच्चा बोलेगा जो खास करके भी ज्वाइन हुआ है, वो बोलेगा सर आपने x1 x2 x3 का वैल्यू तो निकाला ही नहीं, आपने तो मतलब आंसर तो बताओ, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम, व्हाट आर द यूनिट्स फॉर x1, व्हाट आर द यूनिट्स फॉर x2, व्हाट आर द यूनिट्स फॉर x3, वो तो निकालिए, ओनली देन आई विल गेट द प्रॉफिट ऑफ मैक्स जेड ना। अरे दैट आई डू इन विच चैप्टर, आई डू इट इन ग्राफिकल एंड सिंप्लेक्स, I get the values of x1, x2, x3 in which chapter? Graphical and simplex. Right now, I'm just doing what? I'm just converting this English problem, language of English language problem into a what? Into a what? Into a LPP. I'm converting into a LPP. Am I clear with this? So I'm just formulating it mathematically. I will solve it from the next chapter onwards. तो अभी हम लोग क्या सीख रहे हैं? How to just make the problem. अब तक क्या था? आपको प्रॉब्लम बना बनाया दिया होता था in assignment, transportation, yes or no, and you should just apply the steps. But here प्रॉब्लम बनाना भी आपको है मैथमेटिकली, उसको सॉल्व भी आपको करना है. Am I clear? तो देखिए इधर, and people who have some practical idea in practical life, what is more difficult, to understand the problem or to get the solution? Arey, you go to a doctor, you tell my stomach is paining, there can be a number of reasons for your stomach pain. You should know the reason for your stomach pain, right or not? You should understand the reason for your stomach pain, and then only he can give you the appropriate medicine. Giving medicine तो मैं रट्टा मार सकता हूँ, for this problem this medicine, for this problem this medicine, for this problem this medicine. But the problem understanding, the diagnosis is the main thing. Are we clear? देखिए इधर, तो मुझे इतना बताइए, सब्जेक्ट टू, ST मीन्स subject to what? Time availability in department 1. Now when I am manufacturing 1 unit of A, I require 1 minute. So if I am manufacturing x1, I'll require 1x1 minutes, yes or no? Plus 2x2 plus 2x2 plus 1x3. The maximum time available is 1000. Can you exceed 1000? No. That means this time period should be less than 1000. Yes or no? Less than or equal to. What you are doing, guys, if you are still able to not able to understand, what you are doing is you are telling the computer that I want to maximize my profit, subject to the condition that this time should not exceed 1000 minutes. This time should not exceed 2000 minutes. You understand this because it is the maximum capacity available. And 1x1 plus 4x2 plus 8x3 should not exceed 1500. Are we clear? But does the computer know that these are books? For a computer, these are any variables. Does the computer know that these are books? Yes or no? Does the computer know that these are books? No. For the computer, it is just any other variable. So computer can give you a negative answer that x1 is equal to -4. Yes, it can very well give it to you. Yes or no? With this data that make -4 books. Is that possible? Is that possible? That you print -4 books? No. So you need to tell the computer that also, that do not give me negative answer. Are we clear? This is called a non-negative constraint. Okay, these are my department constraints. And this is my non-negative constraint. Am I clear with this? Any doubt in understanding this? Okay, I'll share the screenshot of this with you guys. I'll share it with one of the people, Stephen or Errol. Stephen is not here मेरे हिसाब से, तो आप तक आया नहीं है क्या? आ गया? Is he here? No, he is not. So I'll share it with Errol and he will share it with the with both the divisions. Okay. Okay. I've sent it to him. He will share it with you. Now you'll understand from second problem onwards, you'll understand what I mean to say when I'm saying that put them in the required order. देखिए पढ़िए जरा इस सम को. सम नंबर 3 की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग. Okay. The XYZ company manufactures two popular brands of ceiling fans, Cool Home and Al Bahar. Each fan is processed through two main departments, machine shop and assembly and testing shop, which have respectively 1,000 machine hours and 1,200 man hours of available capacity per day. Each Cool Home fan requires 3 hours of capacity of machine shop and 1 hour capacity of assembly and testing shop. Similarly, each Al Bahar fan requires 2 hours each of machine shop and assembly and testing shop. The market for two models have been surveyed recently, which suggests that a maximum of 450 numbers of Cool Home and 300 numbers of Al Bahar can be sold per day. If the profit of the fans is 160 on a Cool Home and 180 on an Al Bahar, what quantity of each fan should be produced to maximize profit? Tell me, answer these three questions. What is the objective function? What is the objective function? Maximize profit. Okay, good. Profit किसका दिया है? Have they given the profit to you of the fans or the departments? Each fan has to go through two departments. Okay, there are two fans. They will come in the columns or rows. You guys are answering correctly. Yes, they should be coming in columns. Cool Home and Al Bahar. Cool Home and Al Bahar. Now tell me, what is holding you back? Answer the third question. What is holding you back? Yes, time availability in which department? In machine shop and assembly and testing shop. Yes, there are two departments, machine shop and assembly and testing shop. What is the max availability of time? Chalo, we'll write short form. Max availability. Can I say in machine shop you have 1,000 machine hours available? We'll say max hours. That will be better. That will be better to understand. 1,000 and here you have 1,200. Are yes or no? We are able to understand this. How am I converting paragraph into table? Okay, read कीजिए. Each Cool Home fan requires 3 hours, 3 hours capacity of machine shop. So Cool Home requires 3 hours of machine shop. Yes. Okay. And 1 hour capacity of assembly and testing shop. 1 hour capacity of assembly and testing shop. Each Al Bahar fan requires 2 hours each of machine shop and assembly and testing shop. Are we able to understand this? अब मेरी बात सुनो. अब मेरी बात सुनो. The market for two models have been surveyed recently, which suggests that a maximum of 450 numbers of Cool Home and 300 numbers of Al Bahar can be sold per day. So can I say there is also a limit on demand, unlike the previous sum? But can I say that overall demand is 750? Can I say that? Am I correct in saying that overall demand is 750? Am I correct in doing that? Yes. Okay. Let me give you an example. Suppose for the upcoming exam, you want to study for OR and IF. Okay. You have 1,000 hours available to study. 1,000 hours available to study. Can you utilize your time in OR and IF interchangeably? Some time in OR, some time in IF, full time in OR, nothing in IF, full time in IF, nothing in OR. You can do that. You can do that, right? But suppose karo minimum marks required to pass. Minimum marks required to pass in OR. For example, I'm just giving an example. Out of 75 are 45, and in IF it is 40. Out of 100 marks, 100 mark का paper है. Out of 100 marks, these are the minimum passing marks. Can I say overall marks are 85? Can I do that? अरे when I'm writing that, अरे भाई कंप्यूटर का सोचेगा, if you study, if you get all 85 in OR, even then you are pass. Or if you get all 85 in IF, even then you can pass. Or you get any combination where total is 85, you can pass. Is that the rule? Is that the rule? Is that the rule? The rule is that you should get 45 in OR, 40 in OR and 45 in IF. थोड़ा नंबर चेंज किया रहेगा मैंने, बट समझो जरा मेरा इमोशंस क्या है. अरे yes or no. Similarly here, 1,000 machine hours can be used fully for Coolhome, fully for Albahar, or any combination where I require for one Coolhome 3 minutes, 3 hours, and one Albahar 2 hours. Yes or no? But when customer is telling me clearly, ध्यान देके सुनना, that I want 450 of maximum, I want 450 of Coolhome and maximum 300 of Albahar. Can I give him all 750 Coolhome, all 750 Albahar, or any combination of the two? Can I do that? Can I do that? No, I cannot. Customer लेगा ही नहीं. Can I give him all 750 Coolhome, all 750 Albahar? No. So I will not write in the overall column. I will not write that in the overall column. I will write that in the specific column. You understand this? And overall column में कुछ नहीं आएगा इधर. Am I clear? And then what is the objective function that always comes in the end? That always comes in the end. What is the objective function? Are profit per unit 160 and 180. Do we understand how I converted this paragraph into this table? Now we will say, now the problem is almost over. Now the problem is almost over. Let for Coolhome be X1 and Albahar be X2. Therefore, objective function is max Z 160 X1 because my profit is 160 and 180 X2 subject to 3x1 plus 2x2. It cannot exceed 1,000. 1x1 plus 2x2. Acha, now we'll grow up a bit. We'll not write 1. Whenever there's a 1, we'll not write 1. We know why. Because anything into 1 is same number. So writing x1 makes sense. Yes? Arey, yes. Huh? Less than equal to 1,200. अब मजे की बात देखो. These are specific constraints or overall? Like time can be used interchangeably. This demand can be used interchangeably. This demand can be used interchangeably. No, it cannot be. Okay. That's why I'll write it like this. Acha, are these things same as this? Are they both same? This and this, they both same? No. The computer will understand them differently. सही बोला ना मैंने? The computer will understand them differently. That is why this is wrong and this is what I have written here is right. Yes or no? Acha, can you produce negative fans? You can have losses, you can have negative profit, but you cannot have negative units, can you? No, you cannot. Are we clear? Problem is over. We have formulated a business problem into a mathematical problem. Got it? Chalo, I'll share the screenshot of this with you. Okay, done. नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट देखिए, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 देखेंगे अभी हम लोग. Please mute yourself unless you want to talk to me. David D'Souza, roll number 17 from A division. Thank you. Okay. अरे नो प्रॉब्लम डेविड, मैंने खाली रिक्वेस्ट किया था आपसे. नो प्रॉब्लम, आई अंडरस्टैंड. होता है कभी कभी. नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम. Okay. The inmates of an institution are daily fed with two food items, A and B, to maintain their health. The nutritional requirement for each individual and the nutrient content of each food item are given. The problem is to determine the combination of units of A and B per person at minimum cost when per unit cost of A and B is given. You are running a hospital. In that hospital, you have to feed your patients some food. Okay. But can you give them all KFC fried chicken and all the greasy sandwiches of McDonald's and halwa puri and all those things? You cannot. Why? Because they're patients. They'll die. Barabar hai ki nahi hai. You cannot give them all junk foods. Yes. So the point is that you have to give them nutrients. The minimum nutrient that you have to give them is calcium 40 units, protein 40 units, calories for 24 units. These are the minimum requirement of the minimum. No, these are the minimum requirements for nutrients. These are minimum requirement for nutrients. To give them nutrients, you intend to buy food item A, maybe it is dal, and food item B, maybe it is rice, dal and rice. For every 100 grams of dal, you need to pay 0.8 rupees, that is 80 paisa. For every 100 grams of rice, you need to pay 2 rupees. Whenever you buy 100 grams of dal, you end up getting 10 units of calcium, 15 units of protein, and 2 units of calories. Whenever you buy 100 grams of rice, you end up getting 4 units of calcium, 15 units of protein, and 6 units of calories. Tell me, what is your objective here? What is your objective here? Yes, the objective is to minimize the cost. The objective is to minimize the cost. Am I clear with this? Riya ne bola maximum the nutrients. Very good. Koi to bola. Very good. Even Riya is correct. This is a situation where both are correct. Minimize the cost or maximize the nutrients. Both can be the objective functions. But Riya, it's like glass half full, half empty. Even you are correct. But I want to teach a sum, and it is solvable. Huh? What Riya is saying, the way she is saying, it is solvable. मेरी बात समझिए. There are two ways to look at a problem. One way is what Sherman and Noel were saying, that we need to minimize the cost of food item A and B, okay, given the constraint of calcium, protein, and calories intake. अरे अगर मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव ओनली मिनिमाइज कॉस्ट है तो आई विल जस्ट कीप देम एम्प्टी स्टमक एंड लेट देम स्टार्व एंड लेट देम डाई. बट कैन आई डू दैट? नो. I need to minimize my cost. I need to minimize my cost with a constraint of giving them minimum these many nutrients. I can give them more. I can give them more. That's one way of looking at the problem. That is one way of looking at the problem. The other way of looking at the problem is that I want to maximize the intake of protein, calories, and calcium with the constraint of cost. I want to incur maximum cost of 0.8 and 2 rupees. And I want to maximize the intake 40 units, 40 units, and 24 units, where I'm getting 10, 15, and 2, 4, 15, and 6. But tell me, why are both correct? Depending on the situation that the management wants. If the management wants the answer in cost, will they use this or will they use this? If the management wants that how much cost should be incurred, they will use this in real business life situation. But where management wants the answer in calories that the patients can intake with a given cost constraint, कितना मैं कैलोरी दे सकता हूं उनको with the given cost constraint, तो what will they use? They will use 2. Are we clear? Both are correct, but both are also opposite of each other. Whatever is a constraint here is the objective function. Yes or no? Whatever are the objective function are the constraints here. Yes or no? I'll go into detail about this. Remember this for the third chapter. Third chapter में मैं वापस आऊंगा इसके ऊपर. This is called, for now I'll just leave it at the very basic. This is called primal and this is called dual. क्या बोलते हैं? They are both mirror image of each other. Because everything is opposite. अरे yes or no? इसको बोलते हैं duality इन एलपीपी. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? डुअलिटी इन एलपीपी. ये याद रखना, ये अपने को सिलेबस में है एट अ कॉन्सेप्चुअल लेवल. इसको हम और डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे इन द थर्ड चैप्टर. बट फिलहाल के लिए इसको अभी यहीं पे छोड़ देते हैं. इस कॉन्सेप्ट को सम सॉल्व करेंगे अपन. Okay, so every sum in LPP can be looked at from two perspectives. Both the perspectives are correct, but opposite of each other. Am I clear with this? So for now, and both are correct, na? Mind it. I'm just again and again I'm saying both are correct. Okay, understand and remember this, what we just discussed. And I'll be also uploading everything on YouTube. The point is that there I'll be getting number of views as to who's watching, who's not. So अगर A डिवीजन को अवेलेबल है तो B डिवीजन वहां देख सकता है. मुझे मालूम पड़ेगा कितने लोगों ने देखा है. Okay, I'll share the link with you. Okay, तो प्लीज जरा समझिए कि आपको इसको वापस आके देखना है इस कॉन्सेप्ट को, ताकि आपको अगला जो एडवांस कॉन्सेप्ट है अच्छे समझ में आ सके. Am I clear with this? चलिए, coming back. तो here, if I go for the first solution, if the management wants answer in cost, the objective would be to minimize the cost. Yes. So in that case, the cost is given for food item A and B. So these are my decision variables. And what is my constraint? The minimum feeding required for the patients. Minimum feeding required for the patients. Yes. Are guys, yes or no? Okay. So this is already in the table that I require. This table is already the data is already given in the format that I want. It is already in standardized format. Yes. Okay. So I'll not waste any more time. I'll just write here. Let number of units purchased for A be X1 and for B be X2. समझ में आया? Clear? Therefore, objective function is max, sorry, not max. I want to minimize the cost. Min Z, minimize Z, 0.8 X1 plus 2 X2. Yes, 0.8 X1 plus 2 X2. Subject to 10x1 plus 4x2 should be more than equal to 40, not less than equal to, more than equal to, because it is a minimum requirement. If I give them feeding of 30 units, is it okay? No. But if I give them feeding of 50 units, is that okay? Yes. That is why it has to be either more than or equal to. 15x1 plus 15x2 should be more than equal to 40. 2x1 plus 6x2 should be more than equal to 24. And can I give them negative units? No. So non-negative constraint. Am I clear with this? Okay. So I will share this screenshot with you. Sum is over. Okay. So ये हो गया क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. अब आपको अब तक जो हमने सम सॉल्व किए उसका मैं अगर समरी बनाऊं, उसका अगर मैं समरी बना के दूं आपको, तो आपने देखा दैट इन क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, सॉरी क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन was what? Max Z and min Z. Constraints. In first sum, all the constraints were more than equal to, less than equal to. Jaldi batao. Were all of them more than equal to, less than equal to? Less than equal to, right? Here, all of them were less than equal to. Objective function max Z less than equal to. If I ignore non-negative, here in case of min Z, all of them what? More than equal to. So can I say, is this correct? This is correct. Okay, whenever objective function will be max Z, constraints will always be less than equal to all of them. Whenever the objective function is min Z, constraints will always be more than equal to. Is that correct observation? No. It is not correct observation. This is a myth. ये wrong है. सर ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे हो आप? मैं आपको प्रूव कर देता हूँ. I'll prove it to you. ये wrong है. ये wrong है. I'll prove it to you. Let us go on to the next sum where I will prove it to you. ये देखिए, क्वेश्चन नंबर 9 करेंगे हम लोग. आपको मालूम पड़ेगा why what you said is not correct. पढ़िए. A kitchen manager at Messina Hospital has to decide the food mix for the patients. Dietary instructions are that each patient must get At least 1 gram of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 3 grams of carbohydrate. Additional instructions are that in no case the carbohydrates should exceed 8 grams. Are if you give them more carbohydrates, they'll die. Are yes or no? Are correct? So every patient must get 1 gram of fat, 1 gram of protein, 3 grams of carbohydrates, but the carbohydrate should not exceed 8 grams per patient. The availability of protein, fat, and carbohydrates in grams per kg of chicken, rice, and bread is given below. 1 kg of chicken will give you 10 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, no carbohydrate. It will cost you 60 rupees. Rice will give you 2 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbohydrate. It will cost you 10 rupees per kg. Bread will give you 3 grams of protein, 0 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbohydrates. And it will cost you 8 rupees per kg. Formulate a LPP model for the above diet mix, assuming 1,000 patients on a day. So if I want answer in cost, what is the objective function? Minimize cost or maximize cost? If I want the answer in cost, not in intake, minimize the cost. बात बराबर है. Now cost किसका देके रखा है मेरे को? चिकन, राइस, ब्रेड का, क्या प्रोटीन, फैट, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स का? जल्दी बताओ. चिकन, राइस, ब्रेड का देके रखा है. What is holding me back? The feeding requirement of protein, fat, and carbs. Yes. So when I'm buying 1 kg of chicken, I get 10 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, and 0 carbohydrates. When I'm buying 1 kg of rice, I get 2 protein, 4 fat, and 15 carbohydrates. Bread, 3, 0, and 10. And what is the minimum requirement? Minimum requirement is 1 gram of fat, 1 gram of protein, 1 gram of fat, and 3 grams of carbohydrate. But because I have 1,000 patients, this is a per patient requirement. So for 1,000 patients, it will be this. Are yes? But what is my maximum requirement? What is my maximum requirement? The requirement should not exceed 8,000 in case of carbohydrates. Yes or no? There is no maximum limit on upper cap on protein and fat, but there is an upper cap on carbohydrates. And what is the cost per kg? Cost per kg. Cost per kg is 60, 10, and 8. You understand this? Let your number of kgs purchased for chicken be x1, for rice be x2. Because Ria, my objective is to minimize the cost. Cost किसका दिया है? चिकन, राइस, ब्रेड का. तो I have to keep it in the columns. And whatever is holding me back, constraints have to be in rows. That's why I have to interchange the column and rows. You understood, Ria? Our target is to what? Is to put the data in the required format. The required format is that objective should be always in this. Constraint will be here. Are we clear? That's why I have done it. Good you asked this question. Others must have also understood. They were keeping quiet because they were feeling shy. But good. Thanks to you, they're also understanding it. Are all of us understood why I interchanged it? Yeah, thank you. So then can I say objective function is objective function is minimize the cost subject to 10x1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 should be more than equal to 1000 because that is the minimum requirement. Then 2x1 plus 4x2 should be more than equal to 1000. Sir, why you left this blank? Because it is 0. I can write 0x3, but is it of any use? Okay. 15x2 ये 0 है. 15x2 plus 10x3 should be more than equal to 3000. But here it should not exceed 8. So I have to write one more constraint. Less than equal to, yes or no? ये समझ में आया? Less than equal to. So can I say min z में आ गया less than equal to? अरे आया कि नहीं आया? min z में less than equal to आया कि नहीं आया? अच्छा, I cannot buy negative chicken, rice and bread. अरे बराबर है कि नहीं? आया ना less than equal to. तो पहले जो रूल बनाया था अपन ने, what rule we made earlier? What rule we made earlier? That in case of min z we cannot have less than equal to. Is that correct interpretation? Array, is it correct interpretation? No, it is not. Am I clear? It's a wrong interpretation. It can happen, and I'll prove it to you further also. Let us go back to a very good sum. Now we'll increase the difficulty level. We will increase the difficulty level. ओके, मजा आने वाला है अभी अपने को. पढ़िए. The manager of an oil refinery must decide an optimum mixing of two possible blending processes, of which input-output are as follows. For process 1, an input of 1 barrel of crude oil A and 3 barrels of crude oil B gives an output of 50 gallons of gasoline X and 20 gallons of gasoline Y. For process 2, an input of 4 barrels of crude oil A and 2 barrels of crude oil B yields an output of 30 gallons of gasoline X and 80 gallons of gasoline Y. The maximum amounts available for crude oil A and B are 140 barrels and 160 barrels respectively. Sales commitment require at least 2,800 gallons of gasoline X and 2,200 gallons of gasoline Y are produced. The profit per production run for process 1 and 2 are 8,000 and 10,000 respectively. Formulate the above problem as LPP, यानी कि LP मॉडल. कुछ समझ में आया? कुछ सर में गया? Did you get anything? अच्छा. We all of us know that crude oil, from crude oil we get petrol and diesel, and we also get many other things. पता है ना? अब सपोज करो हम एक इंडियन रिफाइनरी है. वी आर एन इंडियन रिफाइनरी. वी बाय क्रूड ऑयल फ्रॉम टू प्लेसेस, say one from Iraq and other from Venezuela. Okay, so we'll name it as crude oil A and crude oil B. we blend them into two processes, process 1 and process 2. Process 2, I mean अपने पास दो टाइप के प्रोसेसेस हैं. Process 1 requires an input of पढ़ो 1 barrel of crude oil A and 3 barrels of crude oil B. Taken together, we get output of petrol, which is named as X here, and diesel, which is named as Y here. We get 50 gallons of X and 20 gallons of Y. So how can you input 1 and 3 and get 3, 50 and 20? Arey, have you heard something called tons and kgs? In 1 ton you have 1000 kg, yes or no? In 1 ton you have 1000 kgs. Clear? तो ऐसा हो सकता है ना कि if I buy 1 ton या 1 quintal बोले तो 100 kgs. In 1 quintal I get 50 kg of X. In 1 quintal of this and 3 quintal of this, 4 quintal I get this output. ऐसा हो सकता है. तो वैसे ही प्रोसेस 2 में वैसे ही गैलन्स एंड बैरल्स होता है, वैसे ही गैलन्स एंड बैरल्स होता है. ओके, तो देखिए ए एंड बी. अच्छा, हाउ मच ऑफ ए आई रिक्वायर इन प्रोसेस बी? Process 2, 4 barrels, and I require 2 barrels. Petrol and diesel. X and Y बोला है इसको प्रॉब्लम में इसको बोला है X and Y. कितना मिलता है मेरे को? 30 gallons of petrol, 80 gallons of Y, that is diesel. The input that I get for A and B are 140 barrels and 160 barrels. The output that I want, yeah, minimum, at least, yeah, sales commitment require at least this much of X and this much of Y. When I say at least, my buyer is telling me that I'll minimum buy 2000 gallons or I'll buy maximum 2000 gallons. What is my customer telling me? Can I say this is a minimum requirement? He can buy more than 2800 liters also, if it is available. But will it be available or not depends on the amount of input that I get. Na? This is a maximum availability of A and B. So can I say this, that with this maximum availability, I have to satisfy the minimum demand of my customer? Yes. But the moot question remains, what is the objective function? First question, what is the objective function? जल्दी बताइए, what is the objective function? ध्यान से पढ़िए. हाँ, कोई तो बोला maximum profit. Yes, कविता, शर्मन, रिया. Good. Profit किसका दिया है? प्रॉफिट किसका दिया है? मैं निकाल देता हूं इसको, क्योंकि मैं इसको आई विल मेक इट मोर फॉर्मलाइज्ड. प्रॉफिट किसका दिया है? प्रोसेस का. वेरी गुड. सो प्रोसेस 1 एंड प्रोसेस 2 become my decision variables. Yes or no? Correct. नाउ प्रोसेस 1 के अंदर क्या जाता है बताइए? इनपुट जाता है. इनपुट क्या जाता है? ए एंड बी जाता है. प्रोसेस ए रिक्वायर्स 1 barrel of crude oil A. ये मेरा कंस्ट्रेंट है ना, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ गैलन्स ऑफ क्रूड ऑयल. अरे यस और नो, कंस्ट्रेंट है कि नहीं है? 1 barrel of crude oil A and 3 barrels of crude oil B. ऐसे लिखिएगा. Don't write like this. सब खराब हो जाएगा काम. अच्छा, for process 1, I get an output. Even that is a constraint. Why it's a constraint? I have to give minimum that much to my customer. Yes or no? 2800 gallons and 2200 gallons. Yes or no? That is why it's a constraint. Not because I'm getting it as output. Are we clear? अगर यहाँ मुझे नहीं दिया होता ना that minimum this much is required and this much is required, then I would have not written it here even if this data would have been given to me. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? Even if they would have given this to me, but they would have not given this to me. तो यहाँ पे ये सब नहीं आता था. ये तब आएगा जब ये कंस्ट्रेंट है. समझ में आ रहा है गाइस? अरे हर एक को समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. It's a constraint because it is giving me an output. It's a constraint because it is giving me I have minimum sales requirement. What is the reason? What is the reason? Because I am getting it as output, or because I have a minimum sales commitment. What is the reason for it to be a constraint? Yes, minimum commitment है मेरा. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? तो यहाँ देखिए, gives an output of 50 gallons of X and 20 gallons of Y. ठीक है. For process 2, 4 barrels of A and 2 barrels of B, है ना, 4 barrels of A and 2 barrels of B yields an output of 30 gallons of X and 80 gallons of Y. Yes. And what is the max availability? What is the max availability of crude oil A and B? 140 and 160. A, what is the minimum requirement for X and Y? Minimum requirement for X and Y. कितना? 2800 and 2200. Have I recorded everything? Yes, except for profit per run. What is profit per run? 8,000 and 10,000. Are we clear? तब आप मुझे बताइए, converting this into a problem is easier or converting this is easier? अरे converting this is easier ना? Table is easier obviously. So you know the significance of the table. Table का significance समझ में आया. उसको convert करने का art समझ में आया. How to convert problem into a table. वो आर्ट आना चाहिए अपने को. वो आर्ट नहीं आएगा ना तो एलपीपी प्रॉब्लम फॉर्मुलेशन नहीं आएगा. वो नहीं आया तो भूल जाओ, ग्राफिकल आएगा, सिंप्लेक्स आएगा, वो भी नहीं आ पाएगा. व्हेन आई से आ पाएगा मींस यू कैन रेक्टिफाई बट यू कांट अंडरस्टैंड द स्टेप्स. मेरे को आपको अंडरस्टैंडिंग देना है गाइस. मेरे को आपको स्टेप रट्टा नहीं मारवाना है. रट्टा मारना काफी आसान है. फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम विल सीम लाइक द हाईएस्ट पॉसिबल पीक ऑफ द माउंटेन. सेकंड प्रॉब्लम विल फील लाइक a small mountain. Third problem will seem like a hill. And from fourth problem, it will be an easy ride. That I can promise you. LPP problem, simplex. People find it utmost difficult. It is not difficult. Steps are same. You keep repeating them. So first problem is steps seem like, oh God, it is an endless sum. From second sum, third sum, fourth sum, it becomes easy. That is not an issue. The issue is here. I can teach you 1,000 sums. Even then you can get a new category. But the problem approach will remain same. Has my approach changed? Yes, input also is a constraint because the supplier may not give it to me. Ria, you understood? The supplier may not give it. This is the max availability the supplier can give me. Max. On a given day, he can give me less also. Yes. On top of that, with this availability, I have to give this output. That's why it's also a constraint. Clear? So guys, approach should always be same. What? Convert data into table. And while doing it, objective function, decision variables in columns, constraints in rows, and objective function in the end. That should be the format. Okay, let number of production runs. For P1, BX1, and P2, BX2. Can I say therefore objective function is what batao? Max Z 8,000 X1 plus 10,000 X2. subject to, can I say x1, let me write like this properly, x1 plus 4x2 cannot exceed 140. 3x1 plus 2x2 cannot exceed 160. 50x1 plus 30x2 should be more than equal to 2800. Arey yes. 20x1 plus 80x2 should be more than equal to 2200. And can you have negative runs? Negative production runs हो सकता है क्या? Are we clear? Done. Problem is over. But tell me, is the myth broken that in case of max that you can't get more than? Is a myth here, na? It's a myth, right? Is this correct? What we wrote here, is this correct? Is this correct? That in case of max that will always get this. In case of min will always get this. No, it's not. It's not correct. ये कभी भी इसको ऐसा मत समझना. ये wrong है. LPP simplex में खास करके समझ में आना चाहिए आपको ये सब. ठीक है? तो this is your. अच्छा, again, on a given day, can this happen that I don't get the input to make the required output? Is that possible? Will it always happen or is it just possible? Will it always happen or is it just possible? So in that case, I will not be able to give the required output to my people. Yes or no? So can I say such problem in such situation, I may have a problem which is infeasible. What I'm saying, Arul, is that I may not have on a particular day the required input to give the required output. That is possible or not? Suppose I like eating pizzas on a given day. The problem is that, what do you say? I want minimum 15 pizzas, minimum. But for the pizza joint, it is possible that, they may not have the required pizza basis to give me minimum 15. I am telling them that if you don't have 15 pizza, I'll not buy even one. So is that possible that they will not have 15 pizza ka base? They only have 10. Then I will not even buy one. That means the problem will become feasible or infeasible. Their business problem will become feasible or infeasible. It will become infeasible. But will that always happen or sometime it may happen? Sometime it may happen, right? Not. That is why such problems, याद रखिए सब objective में आएगा आपको. All this can come in objective. Such problems with mixed constraint, irrespective of objective functions, such problems may become infeasible. You understand this? May become what? May become infeasible. Am I clear with this? Whereas here, the problem will never be infeasible. Problems will never be infeasible. यहाँ पर problem कभी infeasible हो सकता ही नहीं है. Why it can't be infeasible? अरे logic लगाओ, रट्टा मत मारो, logic लगाओ. In case of OR, IF and RM, I can print some books and sell them or not. I can print some books and sell them. Yes or no? I can print at least one book and sell it. Yes or no? When all the constraints are less than equal to. But when the customer says, ध्यान देके सुनिएगा, when the customer says, I want minimum 10,000 books. I want minimum 10,000 books of OR. Then, either 10,000 or nothing. I will not buy nothing. I'll not buy anything. So either you give me 10,000 books or don't give me anything. If the customer is telling that to me, then in that case, I may have an infeasible problem. Not always. May have an infeasible problem at my hand. I may not have enough manpower in cutting, printing and binding to make those number of books. Yes or no? Real life में होता है ऐसा. Small manufacturers don't have the capacity to have those big orders of the customers from outside. दैट्स व्हाई दे कांट एक्सपोर्ट द गुड्स. ऐसा रियल लाइफ में होता है गाइस. कमिंग बैक, when all the constraints are less than equal to, irrespective of this, ये मैटर नहीं करता. Will the problem ever be infeasible? Will it ever be infeasible? No. With all the constraints, अच्छा, forget non-negative, forget non-negative. Non-negative याद मत रखो. Whatever I'm giving you now is fodder for MCQs. Whatever I'm giving now is fodder for MCQs. याद रखिए. ये सब इसके ऊपर सब MCQ आ सकते हैं. Again, this cannot be infeasible. अरे because I'll make some fans. I'll make cool home al bahar. कुछ तो बनाऊंगा. एक बनाऊंगा, दो बनाऊंगा, 10 बनाऊंगा, कुछ तो बेचूंगा. I will have some profit at least. Yes or no? Here also, I will buy something. Either I'll buy A and B, and I'll satisfy the demand. I may buy more. I may buy more, but even then I'll be able to satisfy the minimum demand. Yes or no? But problems where you have mixed constraints, some of which are more than, some of which are less than, it can also be equal to. You can also get a equal to constraint. So in such cases, you may have infeasible. So if I ask this, a mixed constraint problem is always infeasible. True or false? True or false? A mixed constraint problem may be infeasible. True or false? True. A problem with all the constraint less than equal to may be infeasible. False. Will always be infeasible. False. Clear with this? Is never infeasible. True. समझ में आ गया? तो यही डिटेल मेरे को सिखाना है आपको. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेकिंग कंबाइंड लेक्चर्स. ये वीडियो जो है आज शाम तक अपलोड हो जाएगा यूट्यूब चैनल पे मेरे, ऑन माय यूट्यूब चैनल, नॉट ऑन कॉलेज. मेरा अपना यूट्यूब चैनल है, वहां अपलोड हो जाएगा, वहां आप देख सकते हो. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल. मैं अभी से बोल रहा हूँ आपको, जब वहां पे दिखेगा आपको, लाइक कमेंट वो सब करना. ठीक है? थैंक यू वेरी मच. बाय बाय. या बाय बाय.